Yo guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a review an Evoc Hip Pack Pro 3 litre capacity bum bag. Before we get into the review, I just want to mention that this video is not sponsored by Evoc and I am not sponsored by Evoc, so 100% honest review, just like all my reviews. So let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to discuss what's inside the bag, how I use the bag, when I use the bag, and then I'm going to get on to what I like and what I dislike. So let's do it. Right, so this is the bag here. At the front, you've got a little pocket here, 2 zips. It's quite hard to do one-handed. 2 zips that you pull down, and in here is got a bottle of True Tension lube. If you want any of that, use code for my followers for 10% off. Link in description. There's a little, this here is actually a little pocket. In here I've got my AirPods, GoPro battery, and then like a little torque energy bar. And that's what I would keep in the front of the bag. You can put anything in there. I assume this part here is for putting your first aid stuff in, and again probably just snacks and maybe spare batteries and whatnot in there. The next part I'd like to discuss is this side pocket here. There's one at this side and one at the other side. So on the right side I've got a Virus goggle bag thing, whatever you call it. I sometimes put my camera in there to keep it safe, or the goggles are just to clean the goggles, and then a nice big pair of Troy Lee gloves. And that's what I keep in there. And there's a little hook, so I think you can like hook your keys onto it or whatever in case you lose them. On the other side with the other pocket, if I can get this open, on the left hand side in the pocket, I've got a little Part 2 multi I've got a little Part 2 multi-tool that I use. I've had a few issues without this, and now I just never go anywhere without it because it's just a complete pain. And that's all I've got on the left side. If you've seen this, you may be wondering what that is. That's a magnetic clip to clip on with a bladder, which I'll show you in a minute. Right, now let's get on to the main part of the bag. So you've got a zip here and a zip here, so you can close it or open it at either end. What we've got here, we've got a big bladder here. It's I think it's a 1.5 litre capacity. One thing I will say about this is, because it's a 3 litre bag in here, the bladder does take up a fair bit of space. So once you've got that full, you still got to get stuff in here. Then in here I've got my GoPro, and normally I would keep my camera that I'm using right now and the tripod in here, and that's what I keep in there. So the bladder just comes out wee hole here, and then you've got that, and then when you're wearing it, you tie it around that magnetic clip here, if it would focus. Focus, focus, that's a bit of pizza. This magnetic clip here, clip onto that little bit there. It's a really comfortable bag, especially with this foam here, so you don't even really know it's on, because this foam here, technology is designed, you can see the little like fan aircon thing there, it's designed to not feel hot on your back, so your back isn't like roasting and sweaty, because you've got these air vents here, and that's like sort of soft foam that'll be quite comfortable on your back, and it's really good. And it's really good for like when you're riding down trails, it doesn't bounce about if you tie it on tight enough and all that, and I'll show you how to put it on right now. Right guys, now you've seen what's inside the bag and how I use that space, it's time to talk about the bag, and I'll show you some clips of me riding with the bag. I'm sure you've seen it in other videos. So the main reason I've got this bag, I used to have another one which I'll show. I used to have another bag which I'll put on screen now and show you. It was like a smaller bag with 2 pockets. One which I basically just put my phone in, the other I'd put something to eat, or maybe the multi-tool. Just depends, but there was limited space. But with this bag, if I'm going out on like a big ride or a big YouTube video, what I tend to do is I'll put a tube in as well, just for spare, because I've had a few issues with bursting the tyre and that. So yeah, the big bag I mainly just use for YouTube, or if I'm just going on a big ride without filming. Typically if I'm just coming up the local woods, I'll normally not wear it, I'll just ride with my mountain bike trousers on and just have my phone and maybe a energy bar or something in my pocket and my water on the bike. There's also 2 pockets on the bag which I forgot to show you. I'll show you right now. There's 2 pockets on the bag where you can put in 2 bottles of water, one on each side. I've not took them up the woods with me today because I'm not going to need that much. I'll just take the bladder and that should do me. So things I like about the bag is there's quite good space in terms of putting putting what you need in, such as your camera, your water, your energy bars, your phone if you need be, if you've not got pockets, gloves, multi-tools, spare tubes, anything from that. Yeah, so that's what I like about the bag. A few things I don't like about the bag is the fact that obviously it's quite big, but that's understandable because it needs to be big to put in all your stuff. And the second part is, I know it sounds quite contradicting, however inside, as I've previously mentioned, there isn't enough room once you filled up the bladder to get other stuff in the front pocket and get it like a lot of stuff in. It's quite a tight area once you've filled the bladder up to the top. However, I suppose you could just put in 2 bottles and leave out the bladder, or just put a bottle on your bike, but I suppose that kind of defeats the purpose. It does come with a bladder. Hang on now, I'll just check the price of it. So the bag price ranges between £60 and £80, which is quite a good price, especially for it being evoc and it being a pretty good brand of bag. However, I don't like the bigger bags that brands like evoc or any other brand make. I prefer to have a waist bag. It's nice, it's comfortable, compact. Because with the big bags, I feel like when you go over a jump, it kind of like, when you go up, the bag goes up further than you, and then it will land back on you and like throw you off, and like you'll kind of like lose balance a little bit. It's just something that kind of annoys me. It's just one of the things, you know what I mean, but each to their own. Sorry it was quite a short video this week. However, next week we've got something planned. Hopefully get a second episode out of the Highland Hills, and have a guess in the comments down below what location you think we're going to. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a like, and yeah.